Hi, welcome to Children in the Dell. I am Ashley and I'm here with you this Saturday morning to talk to you guys about bird watching and to do a little craft and to show you some birds that I have been able to observe this week already. So the first thing is our craft today. Our craft is something that you can make at home using some normal household items. The first thing you need is a toilet paper roll. You actually need two of these, two toilet paper rolls. So even if you don't have those today, you can make them whenever you all get two toilet paper rolls. Some other materials you could use are yarn, tape, this is painter's tape and scotch tape, anything like that, and a pair of scissors. Simple household items that you always have on hand. So I've made one using those items already. These are going to be my bird watching binoculars, and I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions on how to make these. This particular one I made with hot glue gun to glue them in the middle since I had that at home, but I'm going to show you an alternative way. I also decorated just briefly. I put a tree and a sun. I'm going to add some birds and some other things that you would find in nature later on. So those are mine that I already made. So let me show you how to make them. Super simple. I have two empty rolls, and I'm going to use two pieces of scotch tape to start. I am simply adding a piece of tape in the center to tape them together on both ends. So I'm also going to do this side because right now you can see they're kind of falling apart. Step one, tape them together. Pretty simple. Just because I want them to be a little extra stronger, I'm going to put some painter's tape around them. It also adds some decoration. So I'm just wrapping the painter's tape right down the middle, getting that on there. And now they're a little extra secure. There's one last step in making this, and that's yarn. If you don't have yarn, you can use any other string that you might have at home. Doesn't need to be a huge piece, just long enough to go around your neck. And once again, two little pieces of tape, and you are almost finished making your bird watching binoculars. So I just put the tape on the end and stuck it on the inside. Now I have two sets of binoculars ready. The one I just made with you and the one I made at home already. Super simple, right guys? So now it's time to start using those. And this week I have been able to go outside every day and find different birds in my yard, in my neighborhood, and even in Dell this morning, I've seen some birds that I hadn't saw this week. While bird watching, the best thing is you can do it any time of day. It doesn't matter if it's early in the morning, in the middle of the day, or close to supper time, because birds are out all the time. You can see many different types of birds in Kentucky. I took some pictures of some birds and on my phone this week. Just took some pictures while I was out watching. I actually got to watch a bird that I have not seen in years in my backyard this week because I was focusing on our bird watching binoculars. So to start, I'm going to show you some birds. A bird that we see a lot in my neighborhood is a cardinal. Have you guys seen cardinals around your neighborhood? Cardinals are that bright red, beautiful bird that we see in our state. Another one is the blue jay. I actually had two blue jays fighting and fluttering around my backyard this morning. Another super popular bird that we can see is a hummingbird. Hummingbirds are very difficult to get pictures of because their wings move so quickly. Another type is a crow. We see these a lot in Kentucky. This is the special bird that I told you I don't normally get to see. Does anyone know what it is? It's a woodpecker. Can you believe it? A woodpecker. And this is a special woodpecker. Does anyone know why that one's special? If you don't, ask your parents, because this one is so beautiful. It was pecking at a stump. Does anyone know why it would be pecking at a stump? Great conversations that you can have with your family. Another one is a bird that we don't see often, but sometimes when I'm down at the lake or other places, I see this bird. There's also this bird, if you go to the zoo, you can see it, but this is a bald eagle. Here are some other birds that I saw in my yard. You might see those often, or something a little bit more like this, or even this, or this. And then the last super common bird is the robin. This is one that we see a lot. So I am going to actually talk to you about the robin's life cycle really quick. The life cycle is something that you see actually in a lot of birds' nests. Now remember, we don't touch birds' nests, but blue eggs, they lay pretty blue eggs, and you will find them sometimes on the ground. And the robin has just a few quick steps. So the first one is the mother with the eggs in the nest. Then they become a hatchling, as you can see. They're coming out. Oh, the kitty cat has come to visit us. Then it becomes a chick, a fledgling, and then lastly, it's an adult robin. And this is the life cycle of a robin. This is a super common one that we see in our trees, in our backyard. I remember growing up, and they would build nests in the most unique places. And of course, we never touched them. But it was always awesome to see when they became hatchlings and they were learning to fly. So I hope that you are now ready to go bird watching for some of the birds we talked about. So get your binoculars made, go outside with an adult member of your family, and get watching, see what you can find. Right now there's actually a robin flying above me. So look at that. I hope you guys have a great time bird watching, and thanks for tuning in for our children in the Dell.